Hello everybody, I am AngryBird, and we got a little bit of a treat for today. We're looking at the two new Nemesis DLCs, or the first of them today. I've got an early access version to the new patch that is being released on the 8th of October with these two new divisions, and it's totally free. For anyone that owns the game, it's a free DLC pack for you. So if you own the game, maybe you haven't played it in a while, come back, try these new divisions. Anyway, we're going to kick things off with the 16th Panzer. This is the big boy, and let's just have a quick look at the description. Reformed after its destruction at Stalingrad, the 16th Panzer Division served in France and Italy before being sent back to the Eastern Front. Here the formation was used as a fire brigade, shuffled around as a fast reaction force to help out where most needed. As such, 16th Panzer spearheaded the counter-offensive against the Sandomierz Bridgehead in 1944, reinforced heavily for the occasion. With two attached Tiger battalions, the 16th Panzer can count on a tremendous amount of armed firepower, with the brand new Königstiger H leading the way. To offset the lack of off-map artillery, a large number of Nebelwerfer rocket launchers can be deployed. Luftwaffe air support is also more substantial than normal, resulting in the availability of numerous fighters and fighter bombers. The 16th Panzer Division is an upgunned armoured division, well suited for its role as an offensive sledgehammer. I am looking forward to seeing this one in action. Okay, so looking at the division, we do have only a couple of anti-tank slots, but remember, we've got those Königstigers in this division, so you might not need the anti-tank slots. So, yeah, it's a disadvantage, but is it going to be a major disadvantage? Who knows at this point? Let's have a look in the recon tab. We've got some standard units, BMWs, Aufklers. Let's just check the transports. They can come in the SPW 222, armoured personnel carrier, which a lot of the time people do use them in. We've got SPW 231s. You can get them in A and B phase. We've got SPW 233s. You can get 6 of those. I imagine those two vehicles will form the backbone of the recon tab for most people. And we've got the Aufklar Panzer 4J there. Okay, so in the infantry tab, we don't get many slots here. So there aren't going to be a hell of a lot of infantry. Well, I mean, let's see, and we'll decide what we think. Okay, so we've got pioneers. I think most of this is standard fare. The new unit we've got, Panzergrens with the MG34s, which should be this bad boy down here. I've actually got the graphics turned all the way up for you guys, so we actually get some nice models this time. I'm gonna try the how do you say that? The Leichtez MG34. I always add the bad pronunciations in for fun, just for you guys. So yeah, new unit. They are 25 points, cheaper than a standard Panzergren unit. You only get one card of them, but you can get, just as many. So it will give the Germans a little bit extra, nothing major, but a little bit extra help in the infantry department. And I imagine at 25 points, you're going to want to take them, I would think, just to give you that little bit cheaper infantry, especially early on in A phase, might be quite nice to take. Outside of that, I think it's pretty standard fare. I have been massively enjoying playing some German armoured divisions recon recently on my Twitch channel, and I love taking them in these half tracks. You get 100 half tracks here, and it's going to be enough. 100 is going to be enough, because you're probably going to go something like, even if you use all off, I'm not going to worry about transports. I just want to look at numbers. I would probably build something like 2 in A, maybe some pioneers in B, a Panzergren in C, and then I'd add in maybe a Panzergrenführer, or sometimes maybe not, if I'm depending on how I'm building that. And we get 65 units of infantry, which lately I've been playing those German armoured divisions. I'm talking 1v1 now, and I've been finding that is about enough infantry. You can't compete with infantry spam, so why try? Why try? Let's play it in a different way. That's what I'm feeling right now. So anyway, I don't think it's over the top going to kill the division, but yeah, it is a weakness. In team games, especially in 10v10s, this is not as much of a weakness as it will be in 1v1. Tanks. Let's have a look at the tanks. We got some Panzer IV H's, we got some Stug 3Gs, we got 2 cards of Tigers, and 3 cards of the big badass itself, the Königstiger H. Just look at that beauty with the textures all turned up. Oh my days, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, Eugen just do such a great job with models. I am in love with this thing. Look at it. And even from the top, like the little walkways that you stand on. I imagine you stand on to climb into the turret on the back, or actually we've got the hatch there as well. But yeah, I mean, I presume that's what they're for, so you can stand on them, I presume. Someone's going to correct me, unless it's like an upside down track or something. Yeah, someone's gonna correct me. Someone is definitely going to correct me, because you know I'm going to get something wrong. Oh, let's just look down the barrel of that gun. Unfortunately, we can't quite do that. But yeah, oh my god, this looks amazing. It really does. Let's actually have a look at the card itself. So 210 points. You can get 3 of these cards. And you might notice a bit of a price difference between the advertisement on Steam. There is a picture of the division on Steam, and it's advertised at 190 points. But I'm telling you now, this is the correct version. It is going to be 210 points. Just so you guys know, and you're not spamming me with questions, it is going to be 210 points. I'm telling you, 100%. I do know that one. So we've got the 88mm gun. In fact, let's just look at the availability first. So you can get 1 in A, 2 in B, and 4 in C. And you're not really going to want to upvet these. You aren't going to want to upvet these. So a standard deployment might be A, B, and C. You might be looking at 7 Königstigers. But if I'm honest, you don't need 7 Königstigers. So you could easily get away with a car 1 in A and 2 in B. And I think probably that's how most people will play it in 1v1, very specifically in 1v1. They'll play with 3 Königstigers. I think in 10v10, you know, some people might even play with 12 in C phase. And then they might rely on the Tigers in A and B phase. I bet you there'll be players out there that do that. So let's see. In fact, let's compare the gun. So it's got that 88mm gun. It has more penetration because it's the KWK 43L/71 compared to the Tiger E, which is the KWK 36L/56. Man, I love that they've got the designations on there. It just makes it so much better. 230mm of penetration. This will penetrate anything in game. Apart from itself at 2 kilometer range. I think against the IS-2s at 2 kilometer range, you're still going to have really good penetration. So IS-2s have to fear the Königstiger for sure, or the Königstiger H, should I say. Now there's more than one. 60% accuracy, man, that is mega accurate, and that's at 2 kilometer range as well. So 5 rounds a minute rate of fire. I think it's slightly slower than the other Königstiger in game, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. If you're up against this guy, he's got 200mm of thick frontal armor. You're going to be wanting to get those side shots. 90mm side shot, 90mm rear armor. So that's where you're going to be destroying this thing from the sides and possibly from the skies as well, going through that top armor with the cluster munitions, I'm sure. Yes, I mean, I've spent quite a lot of time talking about this boy, but obviously it's the reason we're here. Let's face it. Let's just skip the tank tab now. Let's talk about the support tab. We got 3 cards of MG42s, and I'm looking to the future, and I think MG42s will be better than they are. They've started to creep back into the metal because they are pretty good at destroying AT guns and infantry guns, as long as they're in range. And I think they're going to get a little bit better in the future. I'm not sure whether in this patch or maybe future patches, but I feel some love coming for MG42s. So you do get 3 cards of them. You do get the grill, which is kind of the IG-18. Actually, it's an SIG-33. That's the dog in the background. The SIG-33 on top of a Panzer 2. I actually don't know. What chassis is this, guys? What chassis is this on top of? Someone's bound to have told me this before, but you know I'm terrible at remembering this. We do have a BF Panzer 3K. A Panzer 3K version. Have we had the K version in this game? I know we've got the Panzer 3L and the Panzer 3M, I believe, but I can't recall having a Panzer 3K. But yeah, I mean, that accuracy at 2 stars is actually 75% accuracy. That's pretty darn accurate, and 10 rounds a minute at 2 stars. I mean, I don't know, maybe in 10v10 that BF Panzer 3K might be quite a good commander. Who knows at this point? Anti-tank, this is the small slot, so you've got the Panzer Shrek. I think you're going to want to take some Panzer Shrek for some close range AT. You got some Stug 3 F8s, which can be reasonable. They normally aren't taken, but you don't get many choices here. And actually, yeah, you're probably not going to take these because you do have some Pack 40s as well. So I think most people will take 1 card of Pack 40s and 1 card of Panzer Shrek. Fill up those first 2 slots, and that will be it for anti-tank. Anti-air, we've got Flak 3820s. Let's just check the transports. They can come in the SDKFZ 11 flak as well to double up your flaks. So you can effectively get 12 20 mils in A phase. We've got the mobile wagon, which I would think most people will take in B phase. And then we've got 2 cards of the SDKFZ 7-1, which actually, no. I would think most people will take... I think actually people are going to take 2 mobile wagons in A, 2 SDKFZ 7-1s in B, and then 4 SDKFZ 7-1s in C. I think that's what most people will do. And actually the AA slots aren't that bad to do that. I think, 4 points in total for that kind of AA coverage is pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Artillery, let's have a look. So... what have we got? I'm going to concentrate on newish units. They said Nebelwerfer 41s. You don't actually get more than 1 card of those. But you do get Nebelwerfer 42s. Again, you don't get more than 1 card. And you're probably going to want to double up, so it's better to take these in C phase, I would say. Outside of that, you get 81mm mortars, you get some Vesp, and you get some Hummel. So I don't think it's that bad with artillery. Oh, you also get the mortar half track, which can be fantastic. And these are 95 points. With 40 shells. I'm not sure whether that price may change in the future, but I can't quite remember. I mean, mortar half tracks are great anyway. I don't think you're too limited on artillery. You got plenty of slots. And 10v10 games, you see a lot more artillery. I think it might be a bit more of a hurt because you can only get 1 card of Hummels. So yeah, I think actually 10v10 you are a lot more limited, but you may well rely on the 120 mils, and you can get quite a few of those. Are they the... no, they are the German 120s. I can't remember whether I've seen many German 120s. For a moment I was looking at that thinking, is that a Russian 120? But it can't be. It can't be. I make so many mistakes in these videos, but I don't get paid to be a history buff. We got the Geo 145B. I love this skin. I've seen it before, and it has those 50-kilogram napalm bombs, which are actually kind of good. I think people might take this plane. You get 6. You get 6 of these in A phase, so you get a lot of them. I could see that plane being taken. You then get some Ju-87D5s, and they are great in A phase. Once you're out of A phase, they're not so good. We get some Focke-Wulf F8R1s, which are... This variant isn't amazing because it's got 50 kilogram bombs. We got the G3R5, which is a variant that's probably more likely to be taken in A phase because it's got that 250 kilogram bomb right there underneath the plane. The F8 variant has 850 kilogram bombs. I think I'd rather have the G3R5, and it's actually 5 points cheaper as well. But the F8 has better sort of fighter capabilities with the 220mm and the 213mm, whereas the G3R5 only has the 220mm. And these Focke-Wulfs can be really good at head-on fighter attacks. Beyond that, we've got the Heinkel Triple 11H1 that's so big I can't fit it on the screen. That's got an internal payload of 250 kilogram bombs, so more than 2,000 kilograms. No, what am I even saying? More than 1,000 kilograms of bombs. I'm not sure this one's going to get taken. You might see it in C phase, but if I'm honest, I mean, actually, that's pretty cheap price for 1,000 kilograms of bombs. Here we have the Focke-Wulf 190A8, and this thing is a beast. 420mm, 213mm. This thing is great at strafing. This thing is great at head-on attacks against enemy fighters. It's pretty fast, but the agility is terrible. So you're not going to go anywhere near a dogfight. You head on, but to be honest, head on, you're going to get the kill with 420mm and 213mm. It's unlikely you're not getting the kill. And then finally we get the Focke-Wulf 190 F8s, which are not the Doras, which is a slight shame because I'd love to see some more Doras. But they are some sort of tank busting capability. I don't know how good they're going to be. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. So I can't really advise you on that. And the other thing is, I mean, you've got the Königstiger. So, you know, why are you using a plane to take out a tank when you've got the best tank in the game? So, yeah, I mean, it might do for a quick flank, but yeah, I probably think you might stay away from this and go more for the G3R5s and the A8 fighter plane, and yeah, and the Ju-87D5s early on in A phase at 70 points. They're actually a really decent plane. They're not going to last you much longer than A phase, but really decent plane. Right, hopefully, guys, you've enjoyed this brief run through. There's your defense for all you defense lovers out there. I mean, AngryBirds, in fact, let's just talk about how good this is going to be in 1v1. Okay, so it's got Tigers, which actually makes me feel a lot better about this division. It's got Stugs, it's got Panzer 4H. The tank lineup is incredibly strong. The infantry is going to let it down. At the moment, the kind of meta favours a much bigger infantry complement. I think in Division 1, we're not going to see this play too heavily. I think below Division 1, this is going to be a decent division. I don't think it's going to be like top S tier amazing, but I think it's going to be, you know, around about where the 21st Panzer is, which I think is kind of top of B, low A tier, I think, if I can remember right, which I only did the video like a week ago. I've forgotten already. So yeah, I think this is going to be a decent division. It's not going to be mind-blowing in 1v1. And 10v10, different story. I think you're going to see a hell of a lot of this in 10v10 over the coming weeks and months. But to be honest, I can't blame you. I really love the look of this Königstiger H, and I hope to see it in plenty of games. What's my favourite unit? It's got to be the Königstiger H. I mean, how can it not be this unit? It is this unit. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful, and I just cannot wait to see it in action. So I hope to see you in the game. jump into the description, click on the links, join me on Twitch, watch me play the game. We have some fantastic games, and I might bring a couple more to the channel soon. But yeah, don't miss them. Also like and subscribe, and hopefully you enjoy Steel Division 2. Reinstall the game if you've quit it, you're giving it a bit of a break. Reinstall the game, download these 3 divisions, and get out there in the Königstiger H. I will see you out there.